So there's something that preventative maintenance is supposed to, like the word preventative kind of says what it's meant to do. It's preventing emergency repairs. So if you do preventative maintenance on a regular basis, you save yourself a lot of money and also potential extensive damage from something malfunctioning. So preventative maintenance right here, what is that? Small repairs or improvements to keep maintenance problems from becoming larger and therefore being a more expensive fix. Okay? And it is mainly to avoid costly emergency repairs. So, for example, when it comes to your furnace, I will make a big header here for this one. When it comes to the furnace, okay, furnace is a key component of your home. It keeps everything warm. It keeps everything from freezing. Like you don't want water pipes to freeze. That is basically the main reason you have heating in your home. Yes, to keep you warm as well, but if your water pipes freeze, you have a big mess, right? The pipes will burst and then you have a big problem. So preventative maintenance when it comes to furnace is to, for example, schedule a furnace inspection on a regular basis. Have a technician come in once a year. Once a year. And inspect it, okay? I try to do that every year. I try to have them either in the spring or in the fall. Don't wait until it's -40 to get them in when you have a problem, because they're super busy, okay? So once a year, they come in. My technician told me the other day, I think you need a part replaced before the winter. Something wasn't quite right. $500, by the way. And you can be like, I don't want to pay $500 right now. I'm just going to wait. And then next thing you're going to forget, winter is going to come -40. That's when it's going to fail. And now you have a big problem. Because -40, you can call almost any company. They're going to be like, we'll get to you when we get to you. Good luck, right? And so now you risk bursting pipes and whatnot. What can you do when your furnace stops working to prevent things from freezing? Get portable heaters. So go to Canadian Tire, go anywhere quickly, and buy a small portable heater and try to plug them into the corners in the basement, okay? Just plug them in. Just don't plug them into the same circuit because your breaker is going to pop, right? How will you find out? You will find out pretty quick, right? Once they start running and your breaker trips, they're in the same circuit. So you're going to find a different plug. But plug them in. It's not going to be cozy, but at least your house isn't going to, the pipes aren't going to freeze. So have heaters going in the corners of your house. Don't do the center. You want to make sure the walls are like where the cold comes in. That's where you want the heat source to be, okay? Sometimes companies will come and give you heaters until they can get to you, but you gotta be on top of things, right? I will add something to this page here. Maybe right here. I will say replace filters regularly. Inspect once a year, and so forth. Okay, so you wanna have something there, and if you wanna Google it, there are probably other things, but these are the main ones that anybody can do. Replace your furnace filters every 3 months or so. It depends on the type of filter you have. And inspect your furnace once a year. Have a technician come in, okay? Yes, it's gonna cost you money. Yes, it's gonna be $100 or $200. $150, I think, most of the time. But at least now you have peace of mind, right? So let's keep going. So that's one of the, you wanna do this to prevent major damage to your home. Let's keep going. This one is the roof. Okay? What should you do? What kind of preventative item? Right now? Okay, go ahead. What should you do on the roof to check that it's doing all right? What should you do? I don't like this table too much, but there's stuff here that you can use perhaps. I will write down a few. Let's do this at the bottom of this thing. You want me to? Okay. Guess what? Inspect roof regularly and check. What should you be checking for when you're up on the roof? What is a sign that your roof is starting to go? Curling. When the roof starts curling up, curling shingles. You know what shingles are? Shingles are the thing that's on your roof. Yeah. They're made out of asphalt, something that doesn't decay as quickly. It can last you 20 years, 25 years, but they have a lifetime, right? Missing shingles. You know what a good habit would be, but I don't always do that because I'm busy, I guess. Every time there's a big storm, you should probably try to go up there and see if there's a missing shingle. Sometimes winds rip off a shingle or part of it, and that's all it takes for water to slowly creep into your house, right? Inspect the attic. You know what the attic is? If this is your side view of your house, this is the attic. The attic is the space between the ceiling and the actual roof. Like this, you gotta go in there every once in a while. You should have access to it and see if there's any, like there's boards, there's wooden boards. You should be able to see if there's water coming in. You'll see stains, right? Water stains. By the way, it's hard to walk up there. If there's insulation, it's going to be really hard for you. Like you shouldn't be stepping on that insulation. So there's like trusses going this way, so you gotta have to be Spider-Man. Like I kind of walk on them and I take a flashlight and I just look, right? So that's something you want to inspect. And another thing here, preventative, I would say rake off snow from edges. What? From the edges. Do you know what I mean by that? Have you ever seen someone rake the roof? There are these telescopic, big, like a long pole with like a plow at the end. So you go up there and you just rake off the snow from the edges. Why? So the water can run off into the eaves. What are eaves? Eavesdrops? You know what that is? If this is your roof, you have something that traps the water right here, like a metal piece, so that the water can actually run in here. And then there's, every once in a while, there's like a aluminum pipe that moves the water away from the home, right, down and away. So these are the eaves right here. So you want to rake off this little bit at the end here, because sometimes ice dams are built right at the end here. It all freezes up and the water tries to run and it doesn't know where to go. And that's called ice damming, okay? So that water just sits there and sometimes actually creeps into your attic. Like it actually goes underneath your shingles and into the attic, which is not good. We're gonna stop there. I'm gonna have more down the road. Thank you guys, you were great.